When we was getting ready to jump, we got hit, our plane did. And it went right into a dive as we were getting up to hook up to the static line. And I was number 2 man, and I fell, and I slid way down to, I was looking right up at the pilots, you know. I thought we'd had it, because when they hit, usually it's a big ball of fire, you know. But they managed to pull it out right close to the ground. Then they started raising it up, and everybody was pushing everyone else back up, and I had a long ways to go. I got up there, and Staff Sergeant Herman Zeitner, he was the jump master, because we had 9 planes and only 8 officers, okay? And when I got behind him, he was holding them back, and they wanted to go because they'd had a big scare, you know, and they wanted to get out of there. And we were too low. And so I was chopping him, kind of holding him back. I was up above and he was down here. And as soon as we got up where he thought we were high enough, we took off. And my parachute opened, I oscillated, boom. I thought, oh God, I hope Zeke made it. That was Sergeant Zeitner. He was nicknamed Zeke. And anyway, he did. And then we were, but when I hit the ground, there was nobody around. You know, it's like that. And I was laying there, and we had a password. And I had a little Italian Beretta they gave me. I was a medic, but they gave me that because you had a right to protect your patients. Well, I found out later that little Italian Beretta wasn't much against all that stuff that was coming in. So I gave that up after Normandy, and I didn't carry one after that. And anyway, all of a sudden I heard somebody come through the brush, making more noise than I thought. I got my little Beretta out, and I give me the password. He didn't say nothing. I give me the password again. I said, damn it. He said, don't shoot, I forgot the password. Well, I recognized his voice. It was Bob Lehman, another medic. He jumped out of our plane with us. I said, come on, Bob. He says, you know, we got to be quiet. I thought, oh, Lord. So anyway, we started walking. He said, you know where we're at? I said, I think so. Because every day for a week, we had a half hour on the sandboxes. And then, I don't know, they probably picked every 10th man. I got picked, and I had to go back for an hour after chow at night. So I had an hour and a half a day, you know. And when the moon came out, I could see we were just about where we were supposed to be. And so we walk up this little road, just a little ways, and there's an entrance into a field. I said, this way, Bob. And there was a machine gun, American machine gun, all set up, ammunition, and nobody around. And he said, well, I wonder where they are. And I said, I don't know, but let's not leave it. So he grabbed the machine gun, and I grabbed the ammunition. And then with our other loads, we wobbled up across the field, and I said, run into Lieutenant Johnson. He was a C company. And Johnny said, God, you know where we're at? I said, you know, Lieutenant Johnson, I said, I think we're right where we're supposed to be. I said, we go right up this hill, and there's supposed to be a light, a radar. So we went up there, and sure enough, there it was. We started marching for the Fiere Bridge. Well, we were marching, you know, we had a lot of interval between us. And the guy up ahead of me, he didn't move, and I see the guy ahead of him move. And I waited, and I seen the guy move again, he didn't move, so then I took off. I went up to see, he had a cigarette. He's all blood here. He'd been sniped, shot him. That was my first seen first one killed in Normandy. And then we went on up, and we got in a gravel pit, these little ways up the hill. And there's 2 gravel pits there. There's one we were shooting over, a big one, and then back a little ways further up the hill was a smaller one. And I was there about 3 days. It got so I couldn't get my wounded back to the aid station on account of the Germans was having too much firepower on the road. So I just put them in this other gravel pit. Somebody else had somebody in there when I got there, so I just continued. And then at dark, I'd go back and stay with them, the wounded, And then at daylight, I'd go back up with the other ones. And we lost Major Kellum, who was our battalion commander. He got killed the first day. And then Major McGinnity took over. He was from Michigan. He was a nice guy. He was a heavyweight champion at West Point. And he got killed just a little while after Major Kellum did. Then Captain Roizen kind of acted in charge, and he got killed about 4 in the afternoon. And that was our officers. And then my C Company, we had Captain Stefnich, and he got wounded out on the bridge, and then they set off a smoke grenade in his pocket, hit it, and it went off. And Lieutenant Johnson, him and Steph were real good friends, and Johnny, he run out there and got him, pulled him off without getting hit. 3 days we were at the bridge, Fiere Bridge, and then we were relieved. They said we had tanks coming up at noon. Hey, we didn't have any tanks. I didn't see, only tanks I saw were German tanks, and here they come that first day about 5 in the afternoon, and we had 2 little anti-tank guns on the other side of the road from the gravel pit. And the gun crews from both were all gone except one. And I was over there talking to him, and then they knocked the sights off the guns, artillery, and he was, I didn't know how he got in the Army. Our glasses looked like Coke bottoms, you know, the Coke bottles. And he was crying, and he wasn't very big. And I said, look, somebody's going to be here to help you. I know they will. And he said, I got it aimed right down the road at that bridge. And pretty quick I looked over there, and Lieutenant Johnson was over there. I felt a lot better. And Johnny Johnson said, you guys know, he told us, he said, no, if they get across, I expect every man to go down fighting. I thought, oh God, I was a medic, you know. I thought, yeah, what am I supposed to do, you know? And anyway, when they come up on there, Johnny and that little guy, they shot me, hit the first one, and I think it caught fire. The bazooka, we had 2 bazooka teams, they hit the second and third and knocked them out. But I think it was the first one caught fire, and that put a stop to it. There's about 20-some. And they was, well, that night I could hear them down there on the bridge. They was making a lot of noise. And Staff Sergeant Zeitner, who was one of the all-time heroes of C Company, he could speak German, but he could understand it better. And so he and I crawled down there because we were buddies. I was a medic. I had to know where the guys were. At night we'd go check them over, and so did he, because he was their sergeant, staff sergeant. And we got down there. I could hear him jabbering, but I couldn't understand him. Finally, he motioned me back up, and we backed out. Then we got up and we got out of there. I said, what are they talking about? He said, it sounded to me like they said we had tanks coming up, and they were trying to get their tank crossways the road, so we couldn't get across. See, because the bridge was important, because everything else was flooded. They'd let out the dikes and things. And that's why it was so important. I mean, nowadays it looks, my wife said, you had all that trouble over that little bridge? And I said, yeah, but it was the only bridge, you know, that they had for quite a while.